Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and thanks for joining us today for Who Rocks New Mexico? Today we'll visit with Dr. David Calkins, who has a drug-free treatment for pain. Then we'll check out Valley Fence Company, New Mexico's #1 fence company since 1969. And we'll discover why Sunset Memorial Park captures national attention. But first, let's check out the amazing new choices in fireplaces at Mountain West Sales.
My dad worked in the lumber business for about 12 years or so, and then he started Mountain West Sales in 1989. He was selling wood-burning fireplaces at the lumber yard where he was working right before he started this business. And he talked to the rep for Heatilator fireplaces and bought a truckload of fireplaces, and that's how that got started. In the beginning it was just simple wood-burning fireplaces, and so the product offering has really expanded a lot over that time. With the invention of direct vent gas fireplaces, which are very highly efficient fireplaces that don't use any room air for combustion, they've really been able to come up with a lot of different things. So you can see behind me, these are some of the more popular looks that we have now with the contemporary styles, with linear burners, burners that are hidden, and then different media choices. So instead of just logs, we have stones or glass of various colors. You can get LED lights inside the fireplace so that you can have the fireplace doing something in the months that you wouldn't actually have a fire inside of there. So there's really so many looks for so many different styles of homes that we have now. We have a huge selection. We carry 5 or 6 major brands, lots of different fuel sources, and almost everything that we carry there's an example of here in the showroom, so that people can really come in and actually experience the product. The architect Frank Lloyd Wright said that the fireplace is the heart of the home, and we have so many different striking, contemporary, and traditional looks that it can be a real centerpiece of the house now, which is what it's supposed to be. I really recommend you come down to our showroom and take a look if you're in the market for any of these products. We've got, I think, the best selection in town. I know that our staff here are the most knowledgeable, personable, and easygoing that you'll find anywhere. There's not a lot of pressure. We just answer your questions and provide you with solutions.
Do you feel your business needs help increasing sales? How about selling to the world's largest customer?
Hi, I'm Diane Kimbrell-Howell. I'm with the New Mexico Procurement Technical Assistance Program, or PTAP. We help local businesses do business with the government. We're able to provide this assistance to you at no charge, as we are funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the Defense Logistics Agency. We do this by helping you learn, connect, and win. We do this through one-to-one counseling with government contracting experts, training and workshops, and networking sessions with government decision makers. We are also funded by the state of New Mexico and hosted by Santa Fe Community College.
At New Mexico PTAP, we believe we open the doors to the government marketplace. We believe in taking the red out of red tape. We believe that your success is our success, and nothing feels better than winning. We believe that New Mexico contracts should stay with New Mexico businesses. We believe with the right tools, expertise, and experience, you can succeed.
If you're a New Mexico business looking to diversify into government contracting or expand your existing contracting business, contact us. Visit nmptap.org to find the location nearest you. The New Mexico PTAP is here to help you learn, connect, and win.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood or until they can be reunited with their families.
Children that lose their parents, it's very hard, or that they can't live with their parents, but to actually lose a brother and a sister and not be able to live with them, it's hard for them to not have them in their lives. So we felt the need to have the siblings stay together. There's children in our community around the state that have parents that cannot take care of them. So we want to ensure that these children have their brothers and sisters to grow up with.
What I like about El Ranchito is they help you to succeed and get you ready for when you graduate to get on and onto your own and prepared. They give me the opportunity to have a job and they support it, and when I'm having problems they're always there and they're always asking, well, what can we do to help out? What can we do to make whatever you want to do possible? I've learned to keep going when there's doubts or times are tough. Never give up, pretty much whatever I do. My favorite thing about El Ranchito is I'm able to show animals, and I'm allowed to get a good education, and I know they're always going to be there for me.
We take no state or federal funding, so everything that the children have here is given to us by donors. So you could help out by giving money, by being volunteers, or by just coming and bringing anything that we need for these children. My goals for El Ranchito would be that these children know that they have a stable home to live in, that they have self-worth, that there is a God, and that they have enough background that they're able to go on from here and have a productive, happy life.
Your gift makes it possible for children to experience a safe childhood through nurturing and love. To find out how you can help, call this number or go to elranchitonm.org.
Coming up, we've got an appointment with a doctor who can eliminate your pain without using dangerous drugs.
I'm Steve McKee, president of McKee Wallworking Company and author of When Growth Stalls and Power Branding, with a tip about how you can make your business rock. A century ago, Coca-Cola stood in a category by itself. But competitors entered the market, blurred the distinctions, and brought up a whole new set of challenges. Yet today, Coke remains iconic because the company understands the power of its brand. Brands that have managed to achieve success over the long term understand that as markets mature, differences blur. They know that their challenge is not to be better than their competition, but to stay different. There was a time when CNN was the only cable news network, and it developed a loyal following that kept it on top for years. But its success attracted copycats, and now CNN has lost its leadership position. Similarly, Miller Lite was the first beer to combine taste great and less filling. But today, there are dozens of light beers, and Miller Lite is struggling to find its place. For its part, Coke does have a secret formula that it keeps locked up in its Atlanta vault. But beyond its syrup, Coke knows its success is due less to the secrecy of its recipe than the sophistication of its branding. Only Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola, a lesson it was reminded of the hard way by the new Coke debacle. Even as copycats mimic its product, as long as Coke maintains its focus, they'll never overtake its brand. Whether your company is young or old, the market leader or an upstart, the more success you attain, the more quickly and aggressively competitors will invade your turf. You have to stay one step ahead of them, and effective branding can help you do so.
Looking for something fun to do in Albuquerque? Look no further. ABQ365.com is your resource for things to do in ABQ. From food and wine to local culture to sporting events, ABQ365 has something for you to do every day of the year. Check out the 365 days of events. Get out and enjoy all that Albuquerque has to offer. Go to abq365.com and make your plans today. A lot of people deal with pain on a daily basis, and opioid pain medications can be addictive. But what if pain could be eliminated without the use of these dangerous drugs? Let's visit with a doctor who just might have the answer. Santa Rosa, New Mexico is a small town along I-40 with a heritage that harkens back to the days of old Route 66. But there's a doctor here using state-of-the-art, cutting-edge technology to help people reduce or eliminate pain without the use of narcotics. Meet Dr. David Calkins.
What I do is actually try and find out why you hurt first. And then once I figure out the exact reason you hurt, I use the technology that's available to get rid of as much of your pain as possible. It's hard to find a good pain guy. And most of the people I see have already seen a lot of people. And a lot of them have even had surgeries.
There's new technology that allows us to do really minimally invasive procedures that interrupt the nerve signals that send a pain signal to your brain. It's an outpatient procedure. It's relatively pain-free.
Because what I'm doing is I'm taking little tiny bits of very dense local anesthetic and putting specific nerves to sleep to see if I can make your pain go away.
The idea there is to see if we're in the right spot.
If that works, then at our next visit, I'll go in there and knock those nerves out with a special technology called radio frequency.
A very small microwave generator heats up the nerve that's sending the pain signal and eliminates that nerve's ability to transmit a pain signal.
Radio frequency ablation can be an effective treatment for a variety of conditions, including back pain, neck pain, headaches, hip, shoulder, and knee pain, as well as others.
Half the people, their pain goes away forever. The other half, it's only a couple years. So unluckily for you, you may have to look at me every 2 years.
My back has been broken twice, and I've had back problems all my life, I guess, and arthritis set in, and Dr. Calkins did those procedures on me. I feel a whole lot better. I don't hurt. He got me to where I could walk again without help.
I seen Dr. Calkins because I had a really bad sciatica pain. I dealt with it on and off for about 4 or 5 years. I'm very grateful to Dr. Calkins. He helped me out quite a bit. I'm doing really well, and I'm very, very grateful to him for that.
This procedure is covered by all insurance companies. It is a fraction of the cost of surgery.
Santa Rosa is about an hour and a half from Albuquerque. But once you've been to everybody else, if you want to get better, just come see me.
Vita Palms is a national franchise. There's 150 locations. But here in New Mexico, we've got the entire state covered. No matter where you are in New Mexico, you're not very far away from one of our locations. We build smaller residential facilities that have a maximum of 16 residents per home. It's a family-style home-like atmosphere. At some point in our lives, all of us are going to be facing the need for assisted living for ourselves, or for our grandparents or parents. And I don't think that it's ever too early to know what your options are and know what's available to you. I tell everyone who's looking for assisted living to know 3 things, and that's the rules, the history, and the cost. And I say the rules meaning the state regulations about assisted living. There are certain rules, regulations, things that you're entitled to, whether it be staffing ratios, furnishings in your room, quality in your food, and in your environment that you are entitled to when you move into an assisted living home. So when I say know the history, I really mean know the history of the company. Who founded it? Who runs it? Where are they? Here at Beehive, all of the executives at our company, from the owner to myself and my brother, we have all been caregivers. We know what it means to give quality care. So the third thing is to know the cost. And I say this because there are so many words, phrases, terms used for pricing in assisted living and in long-term care. So make sure you know not just what your base price will be, but what will it be if mom or dad experiences their usual level of care that they need. Here at Beehive, we give you an all-inclusive price. So whatever we say the cost is, that's the cost. There is no guessing, there is no worrying, and I believe that brings a lot of peace of mind to our families. So whenever you are looking, whenever you're ready, whenever you're interested in learning more, please call us, come by, take a tour, get to know us. There'll be no high-pressure sales. We just want to educate you and teach you and advocate for you and show you what quality care is.
We're looking for businesses that rock New Mexico. If that's your business or you have a recommendation, we'd love to hear from you. Email andrew@cliffdwellerdigital.com.
We moved here from LA. We were looking for a place with 4 seasons, desert, and an active adult community. So we looked up and down the West Coast, we looked throughout the Southwest, and then Jubilee popped up on the internet doing a search, and we said, let's go check that out. And there was no comparison to anything else we had seen.
The climate, the fact that there's an international airport nearby, and the fact that we found an active adult community where we could do some customizing of the models is really our criteria, and they were all met here.
So we actually started by taking the 2342 and expanding the footprint outward in every direction, making every room a little bit larger.
In the kitchen, we were able to lengthen the island. We then raised the height of the island so that it's a lot easier for us to work on.
Oh, one thing we did was we built in a bar up in the corner of the living space and had Susan put in a onyx countertop and then underlit it so it kind of glows. It's just absolutely stunning.
We made some changes to the bathroom. We were able to have a large shower, and we put a steam unit in it.
Those were the kind of touches that were surprising to us and delightful to us, and we're so glad we did them. We just love our home. It's just been great. We love the climate. We love not having to shovel snow, after doing that for many years. We love not being in traffic like in LA. We love the people who come from all over the country. This has really been a wonderful life change for us.
It's time to think differently about cemeteries. Meet Sunset Memorial Park, New Mexico's most beautiful cemetery. If you've driven on Manal just west of I-25, you've probably passed it thinking it's simply an expansive tree-filled park. It is, and so much more. Recognized nationally for its scenic charm, captivating elegance, and majestic park-like setting, Sunset Memorial Park is unlike any cemetery you've ever seen. People come here to walk, jog, walk their dogs, and relax. It's just that kind of place. And while the lush green grass and canopy of leaves makes every part of Sunset Memorial Park desirable, you'll find our Centennial Urn Garden a burial place unlike any other. Designed to be a sanctuary for the soul, a peaceful garden for reflection, and an inspirational setting for the celebration of life, the Urn Garden offers warmth and peace to all who enter. Sometimes it's hard to think about the inevitable. Not here. There's something so welcoming, so inviting, and yet so comforting. It's easy to imagine this garden as a final resting place. There's beauty everywhere you look. In the Santa Fe architecture, tranquil fountains, lush foliage, Kiva fireplace, and amazing bronzes, and the beauty continues through every season, gently casting its colors and textures on the wall niches and burial areas throughout the garden. Many people are so moved by the tranquility of the Urn Garden that they choose to ensure that they have a place here. Some even have their names and birth dates engraved. The families of those who pre-plan are always grateful that, in a time of grief, the majority of decisions have already been made, giving them the opportunity to focus on the celebration of life rather than the difficult details. Whether you choose to pre-plan or simply learn more, we invite you to come and walk through the Centennial Urn Garden and experience the peace and tranquility that this garden offers to all.
Let's discover why contractors and homeowners alike count on Valley Fence Company for projects big and small.
Valley Fence was started by my grandfather in 1969, and when he got started, it was just a matter of hard work because he didn't have the opportunities, he didn't have the traditional education that a lot of folks have, and so for him it was just working hard and just trying to get that ball rolling.
The one thing my father had was he didn't have any limits, so he just continued to say, hey, let's try this and let's try this and let's go to this project. And it's very interesting. My father started it, and I think my gift is to just take what we had and try to make it better. And now with my son coming in, he's got some of mine and some of his grandfather's stuff in him, and so I think that's a good combination for the third generation to really expand what we're doing with technology. It's just bringing so many other opportunities for us. and he's a huge part of that coming on.
We have a wide range of products, and we offer the traditional fence items such as chain link, cedar, latia fence.
We offer just about anything you can think of. You have powder coating products that go over that now. You've got vinyl, you've got wood, you've got composite. We are an anchor distributor for Design Master. Design Master is going to give you the longevity. It's a powder coated product. It's just going to be around for a long, long time, and compared to being a painted product, it's just, there's no comparison.
Where we really pride ourselves is the custom work. Technology's come so far now, the things that we could do 20 years ago and the things we can do now are drastically different. For example, with our plasma cutter now, we can custom design gates and our fences, and we can provide customers just about anything they want.
We take it from its inception of cutting it out with your design and then powder coating it to any particular color that you may want.
So we really love when customers come and challenge us and say, can you help us get this done? Our answer almost every time is yes, and we're happy with how it turns out. Gates can be an excellent accent for somebody's home. Our ability to customize them can make them fit your home's look and design so well that if your home looks a certain way, we can make your gate look a certain way, and it's just an opportunity to really, really showcase your fence and to put a bow on it. They're all compatible with gate operators. So if you want access control, if you want to be able to get in to your home via remote or via your phone, there's a ton of options these days, and it does make our lives a lot easier and provides a ton of security.
Over the last couple of years, we've also expanded our line into handrail. For some of our seniors, we put in handrails on their homes to help them, obviously, as they're getting older. Different designs, different colors.
Valley Fence Company is rooted in our community. We're happy to be from the South Valley. We're happy to be locally owned and from New Mexico, and a multiple generational business. I'm the third generation to work for the family business.
We just love our state. We love our community. We want to give back to that. We know that that's what's made our company successful. And we're not going anywhere. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. And we're going to be here for you today, tomorrow, and in 20 years from now.
Rockymounts Stone's been in business since 1963. We actually did our first granite countertop job in 1986, and since then we've done about 1.2 million square feet of countertops in this market. When we first started, we would go out and make stick templates of the countertops. We would bring them back, put them on a slab, lay them out, mark them with tape, put them on a saw, try to cut them as accurately as possible. Compare that to today, we go out with a laser, a 3D two-dimensional laser, create a line drawing in a computer program, very accurate. The laser templating is accurate to within a 32nd of an inch over 20 feet. Every slab in our system gets photographed. We put it on a big green board, and it's a calibrated photograph. We import that into a program called SlabSmith.
SlabSmith is a computer program where we take the photos of the slabs and incorporate the CAD drawing into that. We overlay those two pieces of information, and then we can show customers what their actual countertops are going to look like.
We take that information after it's laid out, we run tool paths on it and send it to a CNC program, a water jet saw combination. And today it takes half hour to 45 minutes to cut a slab, where 10 years ago it took us 2.5, 3 hours to cut a slab sometimes. There's a natural affinity for people to be attracted to natural stone. I mean, it's kind of what we're made of, and the very few people that you run into don't like natural stone. One of the other things that a lot of people don't realize, granite countertops add to the perceived value of a home. So normally if you're flipping a house, or if you're in a remodel process, you put granite countertops in, you're going to see more return off than what you're paying for it.
In today's competitive marketing environment, there's a lot of buzz about drone video. Businesses of all types are looking skyward for better images to promote their companies, products, and services. Communities large and small are using drone video for economic development and tourism applications. Real estate agents know the value of drone video as a powerful selling tool for the homes, commercial buildings, and properties that they represent. Even ranchers are finding new and unique uses for drone video. And everyone wants professional drone video for their websites, social media, trade shows, and more. That's why Cliff Dweller Digital has 3 full-time FAA-certified drone pilots on staff. They'll consult with you to ensure that your drone footage captures exactly what you want and need. Nothing compares to drone video, shot indoors or out by the professionals with more drone capabilities and experience than anyone else in New Mexico. Cliff Dweller Digital. Check us out at cliffdwellerdigital.com or call Andrew at 505-363-2796. We look forward to working with you. Finding out you have skin cancer can be a difficult diagnosis to accept, and unfortunately, skin cancer is a diagnosis that many New Mexicans face because while our beautiful sunshine is a great reason to love living in the land of enchantment, it also puts us at higher risk for developing skin cancer. For years, surgery has been the most common way to treat skin cancer, and while surgery is effective, it's also invasive and often painful, leaving behind scars from the treatment. But now there's a better and pain-free way to treat non-melanoma skin cancer. The New Mexico Cancer Center is the only place in the state that treats basal cell skin cancer and squamous cell skin cancer without surgery. The New Mexico Cancer Center team uses a specialized system that delivers a very precise dose of radiation to the skin cancer and a small margin around it, destroying the damaged cells while protecting the surrounding skin. And this means no cutting, no pain, no downtime, and no scarring.
With this kind of non-invasive radiation therapy, it's a few short treatments. Each treatment takes less than 30 seconds once the patient is set up, and patients can go straight from treatment to the golf course or the pool. There's no downtime, there's no restriction in their regular activities.
When treating something as serious as skin cancer, it's a good idea to understand the different treatment options available to you. Some cases require surgery, but many others can be successfully treated using this non-invasive approach that only New Mexico Cancer Center offers. The procedure is covered by most major medical insurance plans and Medicaid, so if you are facing a skin cancer diagnosis, call the New Mexico Cancer Center to schedule your consultation. The New Mexico Cancer Center, your strongest ally to conquer cancer. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Who Rocks New Mexico, and I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the people that you saw today on the show, visit us online at whorocksnm.com. And remember, when you're out and about, if you see our men and women in uniform, stop them and thank them for their service. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you right back here again next week on KOB4 for another episode of Who Rocks New Mexico.